I am to the point, and I strongly believe we have to have a serious conversation about splitting up this grid, trying for mini grids, focusing on more diversity as it relates to what type of options we have. Something has to be done. I think we need to probably pull away from the political appointments when it comes to WAPA. I think we need to find people that can be in serious positions that can focus on WAPA. Like I said before, I have no issue with Mr. Thomas. I met him on several occasions. I think he's a really cool guy. But when I think it comes to the issue of our electricity in this territory and the major problems that we continue to have, but somehow we are going to take the commissioner of property and procurement that has to deal with all of these processing and bidding and contracts and management of the procurement process of our entire government and take that individual and say, hey, I'm going to put you over the chairmanship of the electrical company that is having major issues, that needs someone to be the chairman that can strictly focus and really dive in and really pay attention to what's happening at that utility company. You're going to take the commissioner and put him over the electrical company. If you know, I know we're all about changing course now, but we seem to be doing the same identical nonsense as from before. And if we do not have individuals in place that are going to be mindful and serious about really focusing on the things that have to be done, we are going to be continuously in the same cycle. And when people are getting up saying, we don't want to come to the Virgin Islands and invest in a business here because you guys have poor electricity. When you have individuals waking up in the morning into pitch darkness and don't know how they're going to function and get their kids ready for school because electricity is such a huge part of our lives, I don't know what else to say at this point. When you have elected officials that have run around this community continuously telling you point blank during elections, we are going to focus on this issue and get it done. But here we are, what, 9 months into the game, and I don't really see that focus. At some point, we have to recognize what the priorities are, and the biggest things are affecting the community. And when it comes to this WAPA situation, it is a huge problem. But I am not seeing the type of huge effort being put into it. I'm seeing the same mediocre behavior. I'm seeing the same mediocre excuses. I'm seeing the same ridiculous press conferences where people are going to seriously come out and tell me, after trying to jack up my electricity 6 cents, tell me in about a year and a half, if I'm lucky, you might save me 5 cents. And somehow you think a grown adult female whose brain can process what the heck is coming out of your mouth is really okay with any of that. You talk about this $600 million the government is giving you, all the monies we got during the hurricane. For some reason, after this hurricane, every single person that I have had a conversation with, their electricity bill went haywire. And this institution, utility, refuses to take responsibility and tell the public that something is severely wrong. Person after person. I mean, you're seeing these bills on social media. You're seeing individuals telling you point blank, my bill normally was $300 a month. It's now 5. Another person said we used to pay 400 a month. It's now 6. One lady said I paid a $30 a month. I'm now paying 100. So something clearly happened between the time of this hurricane and the bills that they're putting out now. And I am just really sick of it. And we have to have people in place that can focus on this utility and figure out ways how to fix it. I'm going to say this again. I do not have a personal issue with Mr. Thomas, but I do not think it is right, with how severe and serious that this situation is, for you to put the burden of him as the commissioner of property and procurement and dump him on to WAPA to be the chairman. This is the board that makes all of the decisions that affect us. How is that fair to him? And how is that fair to us not to have someone that is there that is focusing on what is happening with this utility company? I'm not talking about the director. The director can make all the directions he needs, but he is governed by this board. The decision that the board makes is what he has to execute. That's how it works. So why are we still dealing with this nonsense? And I remember during the hurricane, there were several individuals that worked at WAPA that said, Miss Alma, I'm going to be honest with you, that smart meter system does not work. As a matter of fact, if we were such on smart meters, I saw jobs being put out again by WAPA for meter readers. They kept telling us that we're going on smart meters, this system is working perfectly fine, there's no issues, everything is great, but you're still putting out to hire more meter readers. I am hearing from people directly inside of WAPA telling us this crap is not working properly. But you refuse to tell the public because you guys have some sort of an anonymity where, unfortunately, the people of the Virgin Islands, through their elected officials, need to step in and revamp the laws of WAPA in order to give us some sort of relief. But what we keep getting slogans, a whole lot of slogans that we jump behind during election time and no results. It's sad, but it is what it is. And unless we as a people are serious to push back and fight back and say enough is enough, we will continue living in darkness and having all these power outages and telling us that the United States Virgin Islands in the Caribbean is at 40% in kilowatt hours when our surrounding Caribbean islands are less than us. It's a downright embarrassment. So, I know I had a big soapbox, but I'm annoyed this morning with all of this WAPA crap that keeps happening all throughout the weekend. It's nonstop. This is turning into a running joke, but it's not really a joke because it's affecting so many people's lives. Not a little bit, a lot.